Hey, welcome to the Florida Softball Network for the matchup between the South Carolina Badkatz and the Lady Gators Jackson. We're coming to you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This is the fourth seeding game of 4 games. Last game of the day here for the Gators. And tomorrow we'll start single elimination bracket play. But leading off for the Gators is number 10, Avelo Fitzgerald, who shows bunt but pulls back and watches that one go low for ball 1. So Gators currently sitting as the number 1 team. But still plenty of games to be played, so they're going to want to do their best here and try to keep that. And that ball sails high. And Avelo ahead in the count. And there's a swinging strike 1. And the next delivery to Avelo is hit foul along the third base side. That brings the count all even out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 sails high outside, and the count goes full. All right, here we go. Payoff pitch for Avelo. And she's going to hit that one high, but out of play on the left side of the field. Goes out of play, over by left field. And we're going to reset once again to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count on the leadoff batter, Fitzgerald, here for the Gators. At the top of the first inning. And here comes the payoff pitch once again. Misses low, and Avelo's going to reach on the walk.
Now batting number 6, Cameron.
That's going to bring up to bat now Cameron Solano. And on the pitch, Fitzgerald is off and running. It's called a strike. And the throw, nice backup there by the center fielder. Didn't quite make it over to second base, was offline. So a successful steal, but Cameron did take a strike on that one. So she'll step back in the box with a count of 0-1. Next pitch comes inside, and another stolen base. And 2 pitches after Fitzgerald draws the walk, she finds herself now 60 feet away from scoring the first run for the Gators. All right, Solano now in on 1-1, and that sails high, and the count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gators trying to bait the catcher into a throw, hoping that it goes over. There's mishandled, but the catcher holds on to the ball. Here comes the pitch. And Cameron knocks that one. That's going to be foul, though. Nice connection, deep hit, but just a long strike. And here comes Cameron back with a 2-2 count. All right, here we go, 2-2. And the changeup, that's a great hit. Oh, caught by the center fielder. Just kind of hung up there. There's a breeze coming in from that way. Probably lifted the ball a touch more. And the Badkatz able to record their first out and freeze Avelo at third base. All right, now up to bat is number 3, Fatima Masri. RBI sitting there at third base with Avelo. And here comes the first pitch to Fati. And that's going to hit her. So that hits her. So the home plate umpire is saying that she put her knee out to get it. So she's going to step in the box. 1-0 count. And that misses well high for now 2-0. All right, 2 balls, no strikes for Fati. And that one's going to miss outside for 3-0. Oh, they counted that pitch where Fati got hit as a strike. All right, so 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's going to miss low for ball 3. And nice job, catcher working behind the plate. Block some of these. All right, so the 3-1 is outside, and after several more pitches, Fati winds up at first base anyway, getting herself a walk. So now runners at the corners with 1 out. And now Kira Sherman, number 1, comes up to bat. So we'll keep an eye, probably the steal on the first throw. And that one gets ripped foul. The coach for the Badkatz yelling from the dugout to greenlight the catcher to throw to second if Fati steals. But we've already seen one throw from the catcher go well to the right of second base, so it might just be a lot of barking with nothing. And another one gets ripped foul to the left side. And now Kira down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. So 0-2 the count. Stand the wide shot here so we can watch what's happening. And that misses high for 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on that high pitch. Runners at the corners for the Gators. Surprised Fati wasn't running on that one. They got to clear that base in case of a drop third. There she goes. And that one's in the dirt, no throw. And now runners at second and third for the Gators with 1 out. Okay, as expected, just a little bit of barking, trying to kind of make the Gators be cautious. Did not fall for it, went ahead and put the steal on. So first base is empty in the event of a third strike, but Kira going to look for some contact here. But that one's going to go high. And now, nice at bat there. Kira down in the count by 0-2, has now brought it all the way full. So full count here for Kira. And she rips that one to the third baseman, who picks it up, makes a nice play. Nice play made by the third baseman, but Gators able to get Avelo across and score the first run.
Number 12, Addison.
Well, it brings up to about now Addison held with 2 outs. All right, the 1-0. Oh, all right. Called a strike on a bad pitch that gets away from the catcher. So, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now going to be the count. And the Gators score another run. And that's going to sail low. And the count goes to 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. And that is shot in the gap just to the left of center field. And a nice base hit there by Addy.
Batting now, number 99, Kennedy.
And now coming up to bat, number 99, Kennedy Copeland. And that ball's low, and a successful steal there for Addy, now at second base in scoring position. Batting here, Kennedy Copeland on a 1-0 count. That sails high and inside for ball 2, and another successful stolen base.
Running, Eddie.
All right, so an RBI out there, just 60 feet away for Kennedy. And she hits that one. That goes right to the third baseman, who throws, although high. And first baseman was off the bag, but then got back to beat the runner. So they're going to call the third out there. Bottom of the first inning we go. Badkatz about to have their first at bat. And the first one coming to bat for the Badkatz is number 22. I believe it's Gacy or Gecki. Not sure how to say that last name. And here we go. And there is a check swing. Wow, I mean the bat is literally over the home plate. And both umpires, I mean that couldn't have been more obvious of a swing. But here we go. That's the problem being a Florida team playing in South Carolina. You're playing against a South Carolina team. And a nice effort there by Haley. Try to locate that and dive for it. Well, working in the circle, we have Kira Sherman behind the plate there. Haley Hirsch trying to dive for that foul ball. Count now 1-1. Should be 0-2. And here comes Kira with her third pitch. And way out in front of it is Gecki. And normally would have been a strike 3. But here we are at 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 delivery from Sherman. And there's a swinging strike 3. So there you go. Kira takes care of business herself there and records her first strikeout of the game on the very first batter for the Badkatz. Brings up to bat now, number 79, Fox. And that ball sails high for 1-0. Next pitch. Oh, what a great play by Addison Hell. The line drive to the shortstop. Quick reaction. Gets the glove on it. And the Gators record the second out. And now up to plate number 5, Jones watches ball 1 low. Next one's a little high. And we go to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one is hit high into the air. Third baseman under it. Makes the easy catch. And the Gators take care of the Badkatz 1-2-3 at the bottom of the first inning. Nice defensive plays by the left side of the infield. The line drive catch by Addy at short. The pop fly caught by Kennedy at third. And leading it off was a strikeout garnered by the pitcher. So great job there by Kira, taking care of the batters. We're going to move now into the top of the second inning with the Gators up on the Badkatz by a score of 2-0 here on the Florida Softball Network. Well, we're 1 inning into this 7-inning or 70-minute game, and the Gators are ahead by a score of 2-0. Leading off for the Gators here in the top of the second inning is going to be number 31, Kinsley Roman, as the umpire tries to draw a front of the line of a batter's box, as there's no really visible batter's box on the field. So the first pitch delivered there is going to roll low to the plate. So continuing to work in the circle is Aiken on 31 pitches so far. And her 32nd misses low outside. And the count goes to 2-0. And the 2-0 sails high inside. And the count goes to 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. Chances are take sign on here. And let's see if what typically happens. Pitcher's able to dial it in when the pressure's on, but not this time. And Aiken walks Kinsley. And the Gators have their leadoff batter here in the second inning on the base paths. Brings up to bat now number 7, Haley Hirsch, the catcher for this game.
Let's go, Haley.
And the first one there is hit hard to the third baseman, and everyone's going to be safe.
Now to bat, number 16, Luca.
And so Addison's going to come in to run for Haley so that she can get a little break. Brings up to bat now number 16, Luca Hansberger. And on the throw, the double steal is on. And the Gators are safe at second and third base. So Gators being super aggressive on the base paths this game. Now have 2 runners in scoring position with no outs. And Luca's going to hit that one to the shortstop. And so Luca thrown out at first, but grabs herself an RBI as Addison is able to cross.
Number 22, Peyton.
And Addie had to hold there at second base with the hit going to short. But still in scoring position. Now Gators go up by a score of 3-0. And at bat is 22, Peyton Williamson, who watches the first pitch miss low for ball 1. right, so the next pitch to Peyton on a 2-0 count is a swing and a miss for strike one. Badkatz keeping an eye on the runner, having seen the multiple steals so far in this game. Keeping Addie over there at second base. All right, so here comes Peyton. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Oh, that one hits her helmet. Not sure what's going on here. I think they're saying maybe it deflected off of the bat to her helmet. Okay, so I guess maybe it must have deflected. Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Peyton stays alive at the plate. Now going to step in 2-2, so she gets to maintain her at bat. Oh, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, the home plate umpire says. And that's going to miss outside. Stolen base there. And so now with 1 out, Addie running for Haley is at third base. All right, Peyton, 2-2 count. That one goes high, and the count now full for Peyton. So we've seen a couple of unusual at-bats there. Some calls at the plate. You don't see every day the foul ball, I guess, off the helmet. The Fozzie being called for the leg being in the strike zone. And there's a nice hit by Peyton, but foul on third base side. All right, so full count here with 1 out. And timeout, confirming the count. And that one is high. Whoa, that was. Okay, we don't know what's going on here, but that was the 4th one, and now that one gets hit high into the air, and the left fielder drops it. So, nice job there by Peyton. She had gotten herself the walk, but then instead gets herself a double. So everything's kind of working out for the Gators, despite having to work uphill. And another run came in. So now the Gators up by a score of 4-0. And there's going to be a stolen base by Peyton on the throw, the wild pitch that makes its way to the backstop. And Avalo Fitzgerald now up at bat. So the top of the lineup back up. And the next pitch is going to get hit over to the center fielder who's under it. Tagging up is going to be Peyton.
Good job, well done.
And now the Gators up 5-0. Well, important for the Badkatz there. At least they were able to record the second out. And that pitch misses low for ball 1. At bat, number 6, Cameron Solano, the left fielder. And that ball is going to miss as the count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Aiken working in the circle. 47 pitches in so far to her outing. Cameron looks at that one, fouls it off to the left side. Right, and the count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's a great stroke there into left field. It's going to go up the third base line. Cameron's going to stretch it out to a triple. Here she comes, sliding in, and she's safe. An obstruction called, an obstruction play called, so she is safe regardless. Obstruction called by on the second baseman. So if you're not familiar, an obstruction call means that the defensive player, the fielder cannot get in the way of the runner if she does not have the ball. All bets are off. Once you have the ball, you can get in the way, obviously, but without it, you cannot stand and impede the running lane of the batter. So nice triple there by Cameron. Brings up Fati now to bat with 2 outs. And Fati hits that one, drills it out of play on the first base side. And the next one hits her hip and is a pass ball there. Not a pass ball, a wild pitch rather. Just a challenge on the delivery by Aiken where the ball hit her hip. Allows Cameron to come in to score another run for the Gators. So that clears the base paths with 2 outs for Fati. And she watches that one outside for a ball. And another pitch misses the strike zone. And now Fati with the hitter's count of 3-1. Oh, Fati hits that one. That's going to drop in fair territory behind first base. Just outside the camera's view. But it dropped in just behind first base and in front of the right fielder. And now Fati on with a single there. So with Fati's wheels, look for her to steal on the pitch. Kira Sherman now at bat. Stay on this wide shot so you can see what happens. There she is. She's off and running. Ball high in the air on 2 outs. And the left fielder manages to make the catch there on the pop fly.
Lucky, Kira.
And that records the 3rd out. But not before the Gators are able to extend their lead as we move into the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Gators 6, the Badkatz 0 here on the Florida Softball Network. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Gators up by a score of 6-0 over the Badkatz. And leading off is the pitcher, number 11, Aiken. Badkatz looking to get on the board here. Their second opportunity at bat. This is their cleanup hitter, who is early, but looks like we got the center fielder calls off the left fielder, and that's going to be Luca out there. Does a nice job catching that pop fly, and the Gators record the 1st out on 1 pitch from Kira. Brings up to bat now number 8, Stevens. And the first pitch to Stevens. Misses for ball 1. And the 1-0 misses low for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. And that one's in there for a swinging strike one. And that one sails high. And now a batter's count for Stevens of 3-1. And that one is crushed to right field. That's over the right fielder's head. That was a solid hit right there. You can hear it come off the bat. And here comes the cutoffs. And a triple there for Stevens with a nice hit deep into right field. So is that going to be the spark that the Badkatz needed to get their offense going? Richardson now comes up to bat, number 32. So the first run for the Badkatz standing at third base. Here comes the pitch from Kira. And it's in there for strike one. And that's one's in there for strike two. And on two pitches, Kira up on the batter Richardson, 0-2. And just outside for 1-2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that misses outside again. And the count comes even to 2-2. Haley keeping her eye on the runner at third. All right, here comes the 2-2. And that one is stroked into the gap between right and center. And the Badkatz able to score a run as they get on the board. Nice hit there by the batter Richardson. And at bat now, Rhea Kraft for the Badkatz, number 13. And this is outside. And the count now 1-1. Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one gets hit into center field. Underneath it was Luca. Nice play there in center field, having to run to get over to it. Gets the glove up, fighting the sun, and records the second out. So Badkatz getting some good contact here in the second inning. Middle of their lineup working for him. And that pitch misses low for ball 1. At bat, number 16, Jazuski. And the pitch comes in high and outside. And count now 2-0. Here goes the pitch to Jazuski on a check swing, fouls it out of play. And now 2 balls, 1 strike. Third base coach talking to his runner at first. Watch out for the back pick. Haley keeping an eye for an opportunity. Grab the out. And that's low. Oh, hits her. So Jazuski gets hit by that pitch. And now the Badkatz have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Brings up to bat now number 4, Pike. And that one grabs the outside part of the zone for strike 1. And that one gets hit back to Kira. It's the easy toss to first, and the Gators record the 3rd out. So the Badkatz strand 2 on the base paths, but managed to get 1 run across. As we move into the top of the 3rd inning, it's going to be the Gators up by a score of 6-1 over the Badkatz here on the Florida Softball Network. Hey, if you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe, we invite you to do so now. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. If you're enjoying the game, hey, give it a thumbs up. It's the last game of the day. Tomorrow begins single elimination bracket. We're going to post those game times once the bracket is completed later today. Other teams still having to play games. Once all games are completed, the bracket comes out. Once we get that information, we put it up on the Florida Softball Network. And if you're a subscriber, you'll get alerted. So we invite you to do that now. If you already subscribe, hey, thank you so much for supporting the channel. We couldn't do it without you. Appreciate everything that you guys do, and hope you enjoy the content here. Well, we're going to reset the scoreboard. We'll be right back to you as we start the 3rd inning. 70-minute games, or 7 innings. We are currently at roughly 45 minutes into this game, so plenty of softball still to go. We'll be right back. My name is Dave, coming to you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. All right, leading off here is going to be Addison Held, who takes a look but holds back there on strike 1. Didn't like what she saw there, waiting to wait for her pitch. We're on the top of the 3rd inning. The Gators up 6-1 over the Badkatz. And here comes the 0-1 here in a moment. Pitcher drying her hand there with a little bit of dirt. And here comes the pitch. Ooh, sails well high. We're with a new pitcher now. There's been a pitching change, so now Kraft in the circle. And the next pitch misses low, gets past the catcher. And now the count, 2 balls, 1 strike on Addison. And that one sails high. And here, batter's count for Addie. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitcher Kraft here has her play card on her belt. Every once in a while, having to glance down. And Addie just tips that one up to make an easy play for the shortstop. And there's an out.
Now, number 99, Kennedy.
Recorded there on Addie. And it brings now Kennedy Copeland up to bat, number 99. And the first pitch there sails high for ball 1. And that one's going to get fouled and out of play behind the first base dugout. And the count now is going to be 1-1. All right, 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. And that's going to go high for 2-1. And that one's going to get ripped, but foul. Along the third base side, bounces off the fence over there. All right, here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Kennedy Copeland here at bat with 1 out. Nobody on. Waiting for the pitch to come. Here we go. And that one is hit hard. And that one hops to the fence. Kennedy is running full speed. She's going to make it all the way over to third base. And nope, she'll hold with the fence right there. And a great hit there by number 99, Kennedy Copeland.
Got my fans in the stands, my team on my back, my family in my heart. I put my city on the map. See, I'm cool with my school, but I know I can do better. I take them.
Playing up here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Kennedy's got a bunch of family up in this area that's come over to see the game. Rare opportunity, as we normally playing in South and Central Florida. Now we're in their backyard, so nice for her family to be able to see that solid hit. Brings up to bat now, number 31. Kinsley Roman watches the first pitch come in high and inside for ball 1. And that one's going to be low. Catcher does a nice job keeping the ball in front to keep Kennedy from being able to steal home. And the count now 2-0. The 2-0 delivery. And that misses low outside for 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Kinsley most likely not swinging here, so pitcher going to need to dial one in. They tend to do so on a 3-0 count. Let's see what happens. Nope, and that one misses. Now runners to the corners for the Gators.
Now batting number 7, Haley.
Brings up to bat now number 7, Haley Hirsch.
Wait till I get my money right.
All right, so runners at the corners with 1 out.
Go, Haley.
Let's see if we're going to have Kinsley stealing on the pitch. Haley might put the bat out there to get in the way of the vision of the catcher. Nope. And she watches that one. Yeah, a little take sign on. And there we go, an overthrow by the catcher. They baited that throw. And another run comes in. Is Kennedy Copeland able to touch home plate? And Haley's going to step back in on a count of 0-1. Update the scoreboard here after this pitch. Let's see what Haley can do. And there, it's going to find the gap right over second base. Kinsley's going to come in, a lofted throw to home plate, and Haley's going to make it all the way over to second. And now Haley over in scoring position, and another run comes across as the Gators go up by a score of 8. All right, now at bat number 16, Luca Hansberger, who's holding down center field earlier. Swings at the high pitch for strike one.
You got this, Luca?
All right, the 0-1. And that's well high. Steal is on and safe on the steal. All right, so now Gators have a pinch runner for Haley over there at third base with one out. And the next pitch is going to get past the catcher. And the Gators score another run as Kennedy, running for Haley, scores. So one out, nobody on. And Gators up now by a score of 9-1. All right, Luca gets herself all set up. Steps in, count 2-1. Now it's going to go to 3-1 as that ball rolls to home plate.
3 balls, 1
All right, here we go. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Batters count for Luca. Nope. And she's going to head on over to first base on the walk on the pitch that goes well high.
Let's go, Peyton.
Now up to bat, number 22, Peyton.
Now coming to the plate, number 22, Peyton Williamson. And on the pitch, the green light was on for the stolen base, but ball fouled away. And Luke has to jog back to first. All right, so Peyton going to step back in, 0-1 count here with just 1 out. Let's see if the steal is still on. I would assume so. And sure enough, she's off and running, and the throw over to second base, not handled cleanly by the second baseman. And Luca able to steal second base successfully, and the Gators have a runner once again in scoring position. And that one's going to be just foul over on third base side.
Let's go, Tutu.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count for Peyton. RBI at second base waiting for her. That's going to go high. Oh, and that throw gets away from the third baseman.
Way to go, Lil.
All right, so Luca over there at third, waiting for Peyton to hit her in. Peyton's on a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to get hit. Oh, it's going to drop over at first base. It's going to have a spin on the ball that's going to bring it close to the fence. It's going to allow her to get over to second base. And Peyton there with a double. And another run scores for the Gators as Luca is able to come in from third base. And the Gators flip the lineup with the leadoff batter,
Now coming
Avelo
back, number
Fitzgerald,
10,
now coming to the
Avelo.
plate.
Let's go, Avelo.
Go, Biddy.
And the first pitch to Avelo, outside, but called a strike. Now with the Gators up by double digits, expect that strike zone to open up. So the batters are going to have to not leave it up to the umpire, not going to have to look for strikes, but just hittable balls. The next one misses low, stolen base over there. Oh, as it gets away from the left fielder and the third baseman, Peyton is able to cross home plate. So now 1 out, nobody on. And the score 11 for the Gators, 1 for the Badkatz. And that ball misses low and inside. And now the count 2-1. And Avelo hits that one, but foul along the left side. And there's a shot by Avelo that makes it out into left field, finds the gap between short and third baseman. And now Avelo on with that single.
Now batting number 6, Cameron.
Having a challenge getting the scoreboard to update there in the top left of your screen. So I'm just going to keep you apprised of the score. So Avelo now on, brings Cameron Solano, and Avelo easily steals second base with her wheels.
Let's go, Cam.
And Cameron steps in on an 0-1 count. The 0-1 sails well. All right, so the count even here, 1 ball, 1 strike with the Gators up by a score of 11-1. Oh, that one is ripped. That one is ripped. 1 bounce to the fence. Cameron nailed that one. Double. Stand-up double by Cameron.
Now batting
And
number
Avelo
3,
crosses home
Foxy.
plate. So batter and runner exchange places. And the Gators now go up by a score of 12-1.
Hey.
And there's another shot that's going to make it out into center field. And they're going to hold Cameron.
Go, Patty.
No, nobody covering home place. So nobody there at home base. And just running around the bases is Fati, who makes it all the way to
Now
third.
batting number 1, Kira.
Now the Gators up by a score of 13-1. And there's a meeting in the circle. And I would assume that we should probably see shortly some stepping off by the Gators, now just dominating in this game. All right, cannot get the scoreboard to go up for some reason. So, like I said, I'll just keep you apprised of the score. It's the Gators up by a score of 13-1 over the Badkatz here. It is the top of the third inning. There's 1 out. And Fati over at third base. So we're playing a 70-minute game. That means that there's about 4 minutes left in the game. But the Badkatz are still going to have their at-bat.
Now batting, number 1, Kira.
So we'll just stay on this wide shot, see if the Gators are going to step off. Up to bat now is Kira Sherman. And the first pitch is going to get hit into the air. First baseman makes a nice running play and records the second out. So a nice play by the first baseman by the Badkatz. Over the shoulder catch.
Back to you. Ready?
And out. And the first pitch to Addy grabs the low part of the zone.
All right, Abby, rip in your kid.
You got this?
Love this, Addison. Smack it.
And that sails high for strike 2. So 1 by the ankles, 1 by the shoulders, and we have 2 strikes. And we step off. So the Gators go ahead and step off. They figure the umpires want to end it, so we'll play along. All right, Kira continuing to work in the circle here for the Gators. They're up by a score of 13-1 here in the bottom of the third. This is going to be the last at-bats for the Badkatz. His time is going to expire. And that one gets fouled to the backstop. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. The batter, number 2, Vega. And there's a swinging strike 3. All right, now coming in with the bat is Gessie, number 22. 2 swings and misses there for strike 1. Kira working the circle on 34. 35 pitches now. And presents bunt, but as she pulls back and count 1-1. And that one goes. Count 2-1. There for strike 2. Nice pitch there by Kira. Right down the river, smoking it into Haley's glove, catching. Next delivery from Kira. And a swinging strike 3.
There you go, girl.
Nice job there by Kira to record that strike. And now the Badkatz to their last out here. Again, the score is 13, Badkatz 1. Defensively for your Gators here in this inning, we've got Peyton Williamson over at first, Kinsley Roman at second, and the first pitch is hit straight back to the pitcher. Kira tosses to first, and that should about round out the game. Yeah, teams are coming out. They're going to meet. But different. They're not sure whether to be at home plate or meet in the pitcher's circle. A little different here. We've seen it looks like the South Carolina teams meet at home. Meeting at the high fives all around. Game is over. And the Gators record the win here by a score of 13-1 over the Badkatz. So that's going to do it for seeding play. Gators go 4-0 in seeding, and we're going to have to wait for the bracket to come out.